Hello, thinking on what to cook? Today I'm sharing my version of chicken penne pasta. This is a very easy full flavored dish I know you will enjoy. Let's get started. Okay, let's start with the ingredients. I have breast of chickens. These are just chicken strips that I'm going to be cutting. Some is Spanish bacon, and this is just three slices, and that's a calabrese sausage. We're going to be using some minced garlic, and for greens, parsley and asparagus and cherry tomatoes. This is just a small cup of cherry tomatoes that I'm going to be cutting in half. Some butter, olive oil, some chili flakes, salt and pepper, and this is about a cup that I reserved from boiling the noodles. These are some penne pasta al dente, and that's about it. Okay, so I'm just starting to cut up my chicken strips. I'm just dicing them to about an inch size cubes. You can do whatever size is preferable. Okay, so now we're moving on to the Spanish bacon. Now, you can do different protein. I'm just using this one because I had this on hand, but you can also use prosciutto. This is just to add flavor to this pasta dish. So you could use your preferred sausage and your prefer, any other protein that you like. Now I have here the calabrese sausage, and this is basically supposed to be a little mild when I bought it, but came to find out that it wasn't really mild. I didn't have any sort of a spice, so I'm removing the skin and just dicing it up almost like if it was ground beef. Okay, so that's all I'm doing with that, and then I will be putting that aside and move on to the greens. Okay, I have a new clean cutting board, and I'm starting with my cherry tomatoes. Just slicing those in half. Another variation to this dish could be using bell peppers. If you have bell peppers, you could use different colors of bell peppers and make your dish look nicer and colorful. So, plenty of ideas that you can do. Today we're just using cherry tomatoes, but I have used bell peppers in the past. Also for the asparagus, if your family don't like to eat asparagus and like green beans instead, you could do green beans, Instead of parsley, you can do basil. So you just need to be creative and just use what you have on hand, or whatever your family is more likely to enjoy. So today we're doing asparagus. Okay, so my skillet is being warming up on medium high for a few minutes. Looks like it's ready, and I'm adding about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Let that heat for a minute, and now I'm adding my chicken. And I'm just sauteing the chicken for about 3 minutes each side. And once that is done, I'm adding all my other proteins, which is the calabrese sausage with the Spanish bacon, and just bring that to a nice, almost toasty cook. So the smells that I'm feeling already are amazing. This dish is very flavorful, as you can imagine. Okay, so while I have that cooking there, I forgot to mention I did use half an onion, a small. I usually like to use shallot when I'm cooking pasta, but I didn't have any, so I just modified it and used half of a white onion. Now I'm dicing my parsley as well, just taking some of the most thickest stems out and just chopping that up. Okay, and this is all for fragrance. The parsley gives it a nice fragrance, but like I said, you could also use basil. That's also amazing with pasta. Endless ideas, guys. Okay, so I think these are looking good and it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and be removing these on a separate dish and put them to the side. And what's coming after this is my asparagus. I want to saute my asparagus just a little bit and get those, cooked a little bit. Add a little olive oil first and put in those there. Okay, just for a couple of minutes, not too long. Okay, these have been cooking for about 2 minutes, so I'm ready to remove them and put them aside. And now I'm going to be doing the onions and garlic, but I added a little bit of olive oil for that and cooking my onion first before I add my garlic. I know this is being fast forward, so it looks like I'm doing it, one right after the other, but I did cook my onions first a little bit and then I added the garlic because I didn't want the garlic to burn. The cooking of the garlic takes less time. So now I'm adding my cherry tomatoes. Just saute those, added some butter as well. Okay, so once the cherry tomatoes have been cooking for about 2 minutes as well, I'm ready to add the parsley. And guys, at this point, the smells that are coming out of my pot my skillet are amazing. And of course, I'm not using any type of sauce like a marinara or anything. It's simply a pasta all'aioli, which is olive oil. I simply added the butter to add more flavor to it. So it wasn't too much of a butter. It was mainly just the olive oil. Okay. So at this point, we are just ready to add our pasta. And again, the pasta of your choice. Mine is penne pasta this time, but you can use any type of pasta, even gluten-free if you prefer. Now at this point you can also be adding cheese if you like your cheese melted. Unfortunately, I am lactose intolerant and I added my Parmesan on the side just to my husband and daughter. So I only ended up using 1/4 of a cup of the reserved water from boiling the penne pasta. So just 1/4 of a cup was enough. I added some salt and the chili peppers. You can add as much chili peppers as you want as well. And yeah, we're moving along really good. Now we're ready to add our asparagus, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, I'll come back with a picture of the plated food. Okay, here is a food already plated. I hope you can recreate this dish at home. If you do, please share your comments down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And I will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.